I just found out the average dream lasts 2 to 3 seconds. Bruh, I'll be going on whole missions. My wife dreamed I cheated on her. Now she wants an apology. Just tell her that you had a dream about you apologizing to her. How to visit people in their dreams. Forget sliding into your DMs. I'm sliding into your dreams. Why can't I punch hard in my dreams? Only in your dreams. I'm staying awake. So, my girl almost died 3 times in my apocalypse dream because she doesn't listen. Now I'm irritated. The male version of you cheated in my dream. Me, in my dreams, fully believing I'm awake, and that what I'm doing is normal, not questioning anything in the slightest. Have you ever kissed someone in a dream and then woke up feeling shook because that felt way too real? Have you ever urinated in your dream and it felt way too real because it was real? One time I had this dream that I logged onto Amazon and my account had like -$4 trillion because I accidentally bought the city of Paris. When you want to go back to sleep to finish the storyline of your dream, I finally illustrated the dream I had months ago where some random Greek guy set up a shop in my bathroom and started charging me to use my own shower. This came to me in a dream and I just spent the last 20 minutes bringing it into reality. My brain trying to figure out if it was an actual memory, a movie I saw, or a dream I had. I had a weird dream about a restaurant called It's Just Shrimps that had a 900 thing on the menu called Shrimp Christ, and whoever ordered the Shrimp Christ would get arrested. As much as I use my phone, I don't think I've ever seen it in any of my dreams. Wait a second. Last night, I dreamed that scientists used a really bad picture of me to prove that humans are closely related to goats, and I was so insulted. I woke up. My dreams be like, you seem stressed. Would you prefer to lose all of your teeth tonight? Or return to high school? I'm completely serious. I had a dream where Twitter was dominated by pirates and people would dox each other by using ship longitude and latitude. Does anyone get upset when you're dreaming and it ends on the cliffhanger? I'm dead serious. I can't tell you how many times I'm having a good or weird dream, then wake up like, OMG, what did he find out? Is he okay? What should I fuck? What was I dreaming about again? One time, I spent a whole dream preparing the best cheeseburger ever, and I did not even get to eat it. I woke up from an incomprehensible dream, where this was the new hot meme. Did. Me, trying to run in my dreams. You ever wake up from a dream, like, damn, I guess I'm not coping with that as well as I thought I was. I literally had a nightmare that everyone on the internet was doing something called wise posting, but I just could not get it right, and so people would bombard my replies with the sentence, no, very unwise. My friend, I had a dream about me and my crush going out together. My dreams be like, when your alarm goes off, but it becomes a part of your dream. The ocean is hiding a monster, and tsunamis are trying to break it free. This wasn't a dream, it was a prophecy. It wasn't phrased like a dream. That's true. The best and worst part about dreaming is that first 15 seconds after waking up, when you frantically worry, what am I going to do with all of those giraffes and drugs, only to slowly realize it's not an actual problem. I had a rude dream last night. Some disembodied voice said, hey, want to hear a funny joke? I'm a fan of jokes and do what the voices tell me in my dreams, so I say, yeah, sure. When my 8 a.m. alarm goes off, dick, holy shit. It's weird how people say, follow your dreams instead of follow your ambitions, because once I had a dream where I worked for a place that tried to genetically engineer ducks to speak English, except the ducks only criticized people's fashion sense. Please follow your dreams. I had a dream last night that I forgot I had exams and missed 3 exams, and I woke up so shook, and then I realized I graduated nearly a year ago. How do I still have exam stress with no exams? There is a character that keeps appearing in my dreams who is aware that he is in my dream and says stuff like, even when you wake up, I will still be here. And honest to God, I am terrified. I want to draw him, but at the same time, giving him form seems like a bad idea. Ever had a dream with someone in it who didn't quite make sense? They were in your life, but not on a dream level. Like, I don't know why I'm drowning in this car submerged in a lake, but I especially don't know why I'm doing it with you, girl from my junior year sociology class. I had a dream Twitter added a pronouns feature, but it looked like this: she, they, he. I had a dream that I googled a question and this is what it gave me. Who created the world? In 1979, the planet Earth was created by Luigi from nothing, other than a few grapes. If I wake up like this, please do not talk to me immediately. I'm trying to remember which day it is. I dreamt that the Titanic was found out to be faked for insurance money, but I was not allowed to tell anyone or my dog would be killed. I don't have a dog, and yet you still snitched. Every girl's dream is to have a surprise like this, and every boy's dream is the girl not expecting these kinds of surprises. I gave birth to a baby, which quickly grew to the size of a room, and everyone hated it. My girl had a dream that I cheated on her, so I did, because I want all of my baby's dreams to come true. I had a dream that it was 20 years in the future, and this image was seen as the peak of comedy for some reason. This comic I saw in a dream. I'll have have this steak, please. Rare. I had a dream last night. My cat learned how to use the can opener. When I walked in there was a dozen open cans of soups because she couldn't read to find the cat food. I had a dream where tornadoes were made illegal or something. I just remember like a dozen police cars driving directly towards a tornado with their sirens on and all getting sucked into the tornado. Once I had a dream that my cat was working at McDonald's with me and she had a little uniform and she kept getting fur in the fries and everyone was yelling at me saying, "Your cat sucks on the fries." And I was like, "She's just a cat, give her a break." And I woke up crying. I had a dream where I was sitting in a really dark office and reality felt altered and strange and there was just a fish tank illuminating the room. And then this fish looked at me and grinned with human teeth in this super deep voice said, "You've been here for a while. Better wake up before you to." And I woke up in a cold sweat. Dude, I think you went to hell. In my dreams, I'm living in one of these. I saw this diagram in a dream and felt a need to introduce it to the waking world. No legs, no house. Legs, no house. House, no legs. Legs and house. So you're telling me my brain can save the exact features of a stranger I saw once on the subway in 2010 so they can reappear in my dreams, but I can't recall the answers to a test worth 25% of my final grade. It'd be your own memory storage. Last night, I had this dream where Shrek was turned into a lady ogre, and Fiona was asked if it was cool with her, and she said, "Yes, I am by Shrekshel," and I woke up crying. I had a dream about Bake Off, except they were all cooking increasingly weird stuff until they got to the last guy, and Paul asked, "What are you serving?" And his response was just, "These hands." Then he knocked Paul Hollywood out of national television. This morning I woke up crying because I had a bad dream, and my half-asleep boyfriend hugs me and says, "Don't worry, babe, it's because the planets are in Gatorade, remember?" I accidentally said fuck in front of my teacher and she was really mad, so she came over to me and threw my desk out of the window with me sitting in it, except the ground outside just wasn't a thing, so I kept falling through the air until I landed on this sky island thing, and my teacher was there in a wheelchair and she was like, "Sorry, I overreacted," and then she jumped off of the island. Your teacher ever got so pissed the ground despawns? I had this one lucid dream where a lady came up to me and said, "Don't control the dream," really softly. I had the same dream again a couple days later, but instead of one lady, I was surrounded by a whole group of people with glowing eyes just saying, "Don't." And I got so freaked out, I never tried to lucid dream ever again. I feel like when we sleep, we're just kinda cruising in another dimension. How do I explain to my professor that the reason I did not show up to class is because in my dream, I woke up and checked my email and saw that class was cancelled and believed it. Good morning to everyone except my partner who, at 2 a.m., mid-dream, sat bolt upright in bed and terrifyingly shouted into the dark, "Will there be a buffet?" So, tell me about your dreams. I want to be a billionaire like my dad. Oh, your dad is a billionaire. No, he wants to be a billionaire too. Are we fooling? Sorry, my bad. I took a nap and had a dream. I had gotten a hyper-realistic tattoo of a band-aid just so that I could cover it with a real band-aid. When people ask what happened, I would say, "It's kind of weird. Are you sure you want to see?" And then I would dramatically rip off the band-aid to reveal my tattoo of a band-aid. Classic astral plane me. Don't tempt me like this. Had a realization and dream I just had that this isn't real and I can just do whatever I want, so I started shrinking the face off this guy that was talking to me, and then once it got real small, I woke up sleep paralyzed. I was given godlike powers over the universe by realizing it's all in my head, and the first thing I did was use them to torment the nearest man, and the actual god woke me up and put me into a 5-minute timeout to lay frozen and think about what I've done. I invented a thing called foot gloves and made millions. They were just socks, and it's not like socks did not exist. I just started selling them as foot gloves and everybody loved them. Hungui is going to be pissed. Hungui, I'm going to dream attack this Redditor with a dream baseball bat. Last night, someone came to me in a dream and instructed me on a new recipe they had been working on. It was a tea-based salty soup titled In the Hole, and he showed me every step to make it. This morning, I made it, and it made me feel physically ill. Fuck you, dream man. As a kid, I had debilitating night terrors, and one night, I had a dream that a big, grotesque, and disfigured creature came slinking out of the closet. He looked me in the eye and said with slobber dripping from his sharp teeth, "Don't worry, I won't ever let another nightmare hurt you." And it worked. Paranormal experts claim that when you dream of a dead relative or friend, a ghost is in your room staring at you in that precise moment. Guys exploring their mind after learning how to lucid dream. You only wake up before you die in a dream because you don't know what dying is like. I don't know what doing it is like, and I've done it in my dreams, my guy. Someone had a crush on you and was totally secretly in love with you, dreamed at you at night and you have no idea. And other hilarious jokes you can tell yourself. 2 a.m, can't sleep. 3 a.m, can't sleep. 4 a.m, can't sleep. 5 a.m, can't sleep. 5:57 a.m, falls in in slow motion down a dreamlike rabbit hole, the kind of sleep you only see in luxury mattress commercials. 6 a.m. Alarm. Me realizing I'm in a dream, then asking the characters in my dream, why do you think God puts us in these dreams together? Only for them to stare at me and fade away with the background as everything becomes white. While tucking in my son, he casually told me he lived a long time ago where his name was Gerald, and he had a brother Cole who was also his business partner, and they died together in a car crash. So please join me in not sleeping at all tonight. I had a dream last night that I was a coffee shop and there was a drink called Fist Bumping Lesbians, and it was 7 shots of caramel latte. Behold, the fist bumping lesbian. This thing could wake the dead. 4 hours later, I'm freaking zazzed, you guys. I had a dream that there were Oreos with less cream called Oreo lacking, and I was so happy I cried and screamed, and my family was eaten by a whale and only 3 of us survived, and we were no longer on speaking terms. When you finally marry your dream girl and the psych ward doctor forces you to take your pills. Psychologist, all dreams have meaning. My dreams. How to achieve your dreams. 1. Lower your expectations. Maybe your new dream can be having $14 in your checking account. That seems achievable for you when you have already woken up, put your clothes on, brushed your teeth, ate breakfast, and ride to your job, but realize it was just a dream and you're late. I had a dream I was in an arranged marriage with Elon Musk, and he got bored at my family's party, so he took his Tesla outside and started hitting the other guests' cars over and over. I met Ryan Reynolds and told him he was my idol. He kissed me on the forehead, whispered, "You look like a fucking badger," and walked away. If someone told me this was actually an interaction they had with him, I would not be surprised. I forgot to read the name and just wrote it off as, yep, that's Reynolds. I had a dream that I was walking around in a shirt with stalks of corn all over it, and somebody was like, "What the hell are you wearing?" And I said, "It's a crop top." I laughed so hard that I woke up. My mum, "What's wrong? You look like you haven't slept in days." Nothing. The guy waiting for me in my dreams. A wise man once told me, never give up on your dreams, so I always sleep past noon. Freddy, after entering my dreams and seeing stuff he wasn't mentally equipped to deal with. I'm crying because when my dad was 18, he was going to join the Air Force, and then the night before that, he had a dream that Jesus slapped him in the face with a gigantic fish and asked him what he was doing, and he woke up and thought, Jesus is right, what am I doing? And that's why my dad did not join the military. But really, I probably would not have been born if my dad hadn't been fish slapped in the face by Dream Jesus, and I can't even. Last night I had a dream that was about a family of 3 guys, a father and 2 sons, all together on a fishing trip, and some woman came up and said, "Oh, what are your guys' names?" And the father went, "My name's Dean, and this is my son Bean." And the woman gestured to the other son questioningly, and the dad got the most upset, disappointing look on his face and said, "That's my other son, Sean," and I've never woken up laughing harder in my life. I had a dream that the next big TikTok trend was basically a thing called earthquake pasta, which was basically when you would crush the noodles into small pieces before cooking them. People would find more and more ridiculous ways to crush their noodles. The methods I remember were a wood chipper, stepping on them with bare feet, and a hydraulic press. All of the finished dishes looked horrendous and the Italians were furious. How to have fun as an adult. I had a dream that I got a package in the mail that I did not remember ordering, so I take it out and realize it's a blow-up doll. I start panicking because if I know my parents see it, I'm so done for. I blow up the doll, then I threw it out my window, hoping it would get caught in the breeze and fly away, but it just landed in the driveway that my father then pulled into, running it over, popping it with his huge truck. Next thing I know, he's already up the stairs. He busts open my door and says with the blow-up corpse in his hand, "Did you drop something, son?" I had a dream last night that Frosty the Snowman was angry at me for calling him Frosty the Snowman, and he was like, "Listen, you rusty screw, how would you like it if I called you Fleshy, the Skin Woman?" I had a dream I was able to time travel and went like that many years into the future, but in the instant I went to 4000, I got stuck in a time dilation jail set up by the American government in the year 3877, in which anyone that tried to time travel back or forth across May 23rd, 3877 while on Earth would end up stuck in this time dilation chamber trap to stop time travelers. But it was so crazy and mismanaged because it was legit capturing like every single time traveler ever, and the place had only been open for 12 minutes and was already getting overpopulated with non-stop multiple recursive instances of this one other guy trying to break previous versions of himself out of this goddamn time traveler jail. I had a long and vivid dream where I accidentally invited the ghost of Alexander Hamilton into my house, and he just sort of followed me around and scoffed at my essay writing, and eventually I tried to hire an exorcist, but the exorcist turned out to be Thomas Jefferson, and they got into a fist fight in my kitchen. Everything I remembered about US history just got replaced with this. I had a dream that unless the teacher told us class was over, we were forbidden phone from going out the door. Our teacher was very forgetful and maybe even malicious. After being forced to stay past sunset many days, my class decided we were going to break out every night. Eventually, our attempts led us to discovering rifts in space-time where we could warp, so we never used the door. Checkmate. The window. What? Are you going to critique my dream? My subconscious creations that I did by accident while sleeping. The chemicals in my brain. Are you going to use your foul eyes and dissect all the potholes in my dreams? You're going to critique the weather, harass the clouds, make fun of the thunder for being off-key, remind me to come to your house and shred your shoes. That response is Shakespearean. I was drawing a bunch of pentagrams in my notebook during math class because I was bored, and I think I drew 150 pentagrams in total before a devilish-looking guy wearing a red suit broke down the door of the classroom and yelled, "What the fuck do you want?" This username escapes me every single time. I just had this hyper-realistic dream, and I don't even know what to make of it. I was sitting in this park on a bench, looking up at the night sky and all of the stars and stuff, and I blinked, and suddenly the entire sky was different. I'm talking different constellations. This sky absolutely packed with billions of more stars. Some so close, they're massive. I'm like, what the fuck? And suddenly I realized there is an old man sitting next to me, dressed in 1940s clothing, also looking up to the sky. Before I can ask him if, he's noticed, he speaks without looking away from the sky. This is what the universe really looks like, he tells me. Oh, I say. A pause. Can you put it back? He smiles and nods. I look up. The sky has gone back to normal. What do I do with this information? I ask, looking at him again. He turns his head and, smiling, looks me dead in the face. Be careful. Seth Everman made weekly YouTube videos where he held a cup of ice chunks and answered questions. He would shake the cup instead of answering whenever there was a dumb question. The most recent video was 10 minutes long, and it was just him shaking the cup the whole time. I kept a dream journal for personal use, but I might have to start posting it because some of these are. Last night I dreamed that scientists were studying holy water for potential antibiotic properties. They discovered that while priest-consecrated holy water doesn't have any medical uses, it does have a slightly higher salt content than regular water, leading to viral TikTok memes and the nickname God's Tears.